Hello, everyone, and welcome to Harv's World for the next episode of Pirates Bay Farm. It is a bright early morning here on the island, let me tell you. Bright and early as I take out that road sign. I had to run down to the shop this morning and pick up a couple small pieces of equipment, nothing major, because it's time to clear a place. Well, more logging, I guess I should just say, but we're going to clear a spot to put in the distillery. Now, after today's events, I don't think I'm going to have the money for the distillery just yet. I do have almost 120,000 liters of soybeans in the silo from that harvest I did the other day, but I got to tell you, the prices around here have not been good. Now, this should be much, much easier than it was the other day because, well, we're just taking out trees here, and all that's going to be necessary is to drag them right over here to the sawmill. So what I've picked up, you can see on the back here, I have got a winch. We can attach right to a tree and drag it right here, and then the proverbial stump grinder on the front of this tractor. And this is the most powerful tractor that I technically own. This was the faux Fendt 1050 that they inadvertently delivered to me instead of my Fendt. But this thing hauls the mail. Let me tell you, it is a powerful, powerful tractor. So we should be able to haul plenty of trees with it, and very, very easily. Now, as you can see, I've brought in Anton and Marten to help one more time. These guys kicked so much butt the other day, I couldn't not hire them again. I'm going to pay them 10 grand again, just like I did the last time. But if you boys are ready to get to work, let's get to work, because these trees need to come out. Now, I'm not too worried about the ones over in this area today. We need to clear all of the stuff on this side of the industrial area. Shouldn't take long. Two of us chainsawing trees down and one person dragging. Feel free to jump in the tractor if you'd like. I'd be just as happy with a chainsaw. So let's get to work.
All right.
Copy that.
Don't everybody run toward the tractor. Oh, and now it's a race to the tractor, and Marten jumps in. All right. I think it'd be best if we cut trees toward this cotton field over here and just keep working our way back, because we'll be able to cut them a lot faster. And I don't know what you want to do, Marten, if you just want to drag them without them being delimbed or what. I'm not sure that we need to delimb them. But if you're having trouble dragging them with that tractor with the limbs still on, then we'll start worrying about delimbing them. Or we'll start worrying about delimbing them. These are some thick trees, let me tell you. But it's not stopping this chainsaw from going through, that's for sure. I was kind of curious about what Anton was doing over there.
Broken chain.
Broken chain. Now you can see that winch will just latch right onto the end of a tree like he's doing right there. And he can grab multiple trees at the same time, which it looks like that's what he's trying to do. I'm just waiting to cut until he gets some of these trees out of the way. And I hate that plane. This is the busiest airport with nobody riding that I've ever seen. Oh, he missed one. He's trying. You're trying to drag through. You're trying to drag through a tree. Oh, that might fix it. He's going to destroy my tractor in the process, but look at that. Dragging those trees right out of here. Get on that tractor, Martin. It's got 850 horsepower. All right. He almost got them all in there. Time to cut some mow. Hope this works the way I want it to. Should work the way I want it to. Keep my fingers crossed. How are you getting that to winch like that?
With the Z button?
I thought you could only do that while you were on the tractor.
Nope.
So it's a remote control winch. That's pretty cool.
Yes. It's remote controlled. It just has a limit to the range and has a limit to what it can pull without actually... Oh. Somebody hooked them up for me.
I hooked it up for you, man.
Well, thank you. I was trying to bunch them fairly close together.
That's a lot of weight you're pulling right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Couple tons each tree.
Oof.
Stay out of the way of Martin. That guy's dangerous. Really?
I don't know what happened there.
I'm a little afraid to go look and see. Are you getting hung up on stumps, maybe?
Maybe.
You got 4.
Oh.
Can't tell what's what here. Alright, pull whatever you got out of there. Luckily you can hear me through your headset. You know, we've got our mics and walkie-talkies working that way.
Yeah,
Very useful.
very, very, very useful.
Helped other people on their farms before, and yeah, they don't use walkie-talkies. Very hard to know what they want done.
Especially the voice-activated ones. Really make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, makes it easier for us to communicate and less likely for somebody to get ran over.
Mm-hmm.
Although I have a sneaking suspicion somebody could still end up getting run over here.
It's always a possibility. Good thing you have extreme health care on this island. By that, I mean none.
What's the healthcare on this island? Don't get hurt. That's your healthcare.
I've never gotten hurt, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Luckily, me neither.
Well, you're new to the island. I wouldn't expect you to.
I've been here for a few months now. And it's not like I work in a safe occupation. I mean,
We are just cutting down trees without really warning when a tree's coming down. Don't really have safety here.
I guess he's doing the hauling now.
no, I just decided to grab a load.
Well, we don't really have transportation, so we'll have to hitch a ride with Harv.
Yeah, we will.
You were hooking up, so I just figured I'd grab the tractor and run it in real quick. Nothing
How
against
many logs
you.
are left?
Alright,
5? I see 5 logs, I think.
there's one right here. You're good.
That's 6 logs I see. You gonna plant more trees here, or what's the plan?
No, it's going to be industry expansion here.
What are you making here again? I see a bunch of silos and all that.
Well,
And you're using sugarcane.
I am using a sawmill to create the exact dimension of boards and beams that I need so that I can make pallets, which, you know, the fact there's no pallet industry on this island is a little bit unusual to begin with. I'm also using those boards to make casks, kegs, if you will. You can see all of the product in the buildings right over there. And then, let's see, what am I missing here? Because I feel like I'm still missing something. Oh, it's right there. And
You're making
then,
alcohol then?
when I get the money together, I am going to be opening a distillery to make rum. See, I have this. Well, my aunt used to live on the island. She passed away not too long ago, left me her place, and you might even have known her, who knows. She seemed to be well known on the island. But it turns out she was all into genealogy and everything, and she is descended from pirates. And so she was kind of into that sort of thing. And as I was going through her belongings, I actually found an ancient rum recipe, a pirate rum recipe. And so I decided that I was going to try to recreate that pirate's rum recipe. It's actually pretty cool. Oh, any more stumps? Anybody see any more stumps?
I've been looking.
So the next phase of that plan is getting the distillery in place.
There's one here.
I've got sugarcane ready to harvest, which you boys are going to help me with for the rest of the day. We're going to have to go pick up some equipment, and hopefully it won't take all bloody day, but I've never done sugarcane before, and since it's been out of favor on this island apparently, I guess I'm kind of bringing it back. I haven't seen anybody do sugarcane, and I haven't heard of anybody doing sugarcane, and this is a bloody tropical island in the Caribbean, so I don't know why that would be, but it is. So
I remembered hearing about like one farmer at one point did do it, but apparently the government didn't like it or something.
well, that's interesting, because as I was researching it, nobody seemed to care very much about sugarcane one way or the other. In fact, it's pretty easy to get equipment for it. Alright, that's enough of this. We got plenty of work to do in the cane fields, so good job, gentlemen. We knocked that out in a hurry, a big hurry. So we're going to run back down to the shop, pick up sugarcane equipment, and we'll catch up with all of you on Field 49. See you in a minute. Well, after some serious fiddling around trying to get our equipment squared away, we're finally getting down here to the sugarcane harvest. Slowly but surely. Anton and Marten, each driving a sugarcane harvester. They both tell me they've never done this before. Neither have I. We're going to find out what it takes to harvest some sugarcane. I don't know what Anton is doing, but he's doing it completely wrong, I assure you. Looks like Marten might be getting it figured out here. Maybe. And Anton might be getting it figured out here too. That is some seriously tall sugarcane, let me tell you, right there. Woo. I'm intrigued to see what happens. We got at least one harvester hooked up. We got Marten on his way for the first sugarcane harvest. Now I brought my trailer down so I can swap these boys out with trailers when I need to. I don't know what this is going to produce, but I am most certainly intrigued to find out. And away he goes. Now it says this needs plowing and it needs lime. But I assume you would have to plow after sugarcane because otherwise it's just going to grow itself back, which I'm actually just counting on. I want it to grow itself back. that took the better part of the day, but we got it done. Anton and Marten once again coming through. Hard-working guys. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate the hard work. I can't thank you enough. Well, I'll thank you in the form of 10,000 big ones, but spend it well because you earned it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate the work.
Anytime. I might have more for you in the future. You never know.
We're always happy to help.
Always.
So there goes Anton and Marten. They're going to run the equipment back down, get that taken care of. And I have to show you guys this. You have to see this because, well, sugarcane is ridiculous. Let me tell you. It's ridiculous. Because my silo is full. And my silo holds 350,000 liters of sugarcane. And this is the overflow. That's right. This is all sugarcane that I had to dump out here because the silo won't hold it. It's going to be a big pain in the neck to pick it all back up, but hey, what can I do? 800,000 liters I ended up with. Pretty darn close to that off of that field, and it's going to regrow. We'll see what happens, but I don't think we're going to be having a shortage of sugarcane anytime soon. Well, the boys have gone home, but that doesn't mean the work on the farm is done by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I came back down to Pirates Bay Industries to restock because while we were working the sugarcane, well, my factories had stopped production because they were out of materials. So I've been unloading the sawmill here. Got some more wood in the pallet production facility. Got some more, well, yeah, more wood in the barrel production facility. And the sawmill is threatening to fill up with bark mulch. Now, I don't know what bark mulch is good for. There's nothing I can use it for. So I ran a truckload full already down to the import-export office and made almost 15 grand off of it, which is nice because that was an expensive sugarcane harvest, let me tell you. There was nothing cheap about it. And I'm going to pull the last of the bark mulch out of here. That way there's plenty of room for it as the sawmill processes boards. Now, if this were to fill up, it would stop my production, and I can't have that because I need the boards and beams. And then, of course, I'll still be selling off those sections as they become available. But yeah, this has been an incredibly productive day, and I was really impressed by how quickly we got the trees cut. That's so much faster having them planted right next to the sawmill than having to load them up and haul them all the way across the island. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of work loading those logs up, dragging them across the island just to get them loaded into the sawmill. So not having to do that, just being able to drag them in really made a big difference. And here is the second load of bark mulch going in. Maybe make another 10 grand off of it. That'd be a $25,000 payday just from bark mulch. I imagine they package this stuff up and another $12,000. So we are doing okay financially. I still don't have enough to put the distillery in and keep the farm operational, but that will come because, like I said, there's always more work to be done. And I have got equipment on my grass field that needs to be taken care of also, and I need to get field 44 replanted, and I need to check soybean prices. I'm not going to take anything less than about $9.50, and they've been hovering right around $800, 840, so that's just too much of a hit. Even with 120,000 liters of soybeans, I mean, that adds up. Adds up very quickly. And I think Pirates Bay Industries here is really shaped up. It's really come along nicely. I like the placement of the factories. I think they're set up very well. Could they be better? Possibly. But as I come rolling in, I've got pallets on my left, barrels on my right, the sawmill dead ahead. And then at some point, I'm thinking right back in that area, the distillery will be going in. And I've got everything I need now to make rum. I just need a distillery. That's all that's left, getting that thing in place. So here, I've got one for you. Why don't pirates play cards? Because the captain is always standing on the deck. Ha 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 ha. There's the pirate dad joke you've been missing. I haven't pulled one of those out in quite some time, and you're like, oh gosh, he did it? Really? He did that again? I'm afraid so. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You know how that goes. It's been a while since we were on the grass field. Quite some time, actually. I usually do this at another, well, during the off hours, I should say, or could say. And we're going to hook this bad boy up. Get a helper on this. And the number of loads that it takes to run all of this grass over to the biogas plant, you would just be amazed. Because we're pulling 375,000 liters off this bad boy, and there he comes, trucking right along. And that forage wagon will only hold about 48,000 liters. You do the math. It's at least 8 loads. At least 8 loads. Now, somebody asked me recently, I believe it was Caveman, if I was ever going to talk about modern day pirates. And oddly enough, you know, I was thinking about that. And it makes sense. It's a fair question. But we don't really pay too much heed to modern day pirates, do we? For some reason, it's the sailing ships and I guess what, you know, Hollywood influence about pirates that we really, really take a liking to. All of their goofy slang and terminology and their eye patches and their monkeys and birds and peg legs and hooks and all of that stuff. Some of it's true, some of it's just Hollywood make-believe. Most pirate slang is Hollywood make-believe. In fact, that dates all the way back to like the 1950s, I want to say. There was an actor who was specifically known for embellishing his English accent, if you will, and creating new words and phrases as he played the role. It might even have been one of the roles in a movie production of Treasure Island. I'm not completely sure about that, and I'm off my field. But something similar to that at the very least. I'm way off my field. There, that's better. So yeah, real life pirates, I'm sure, didn't walk around saying yar and matey and shiver me timbers and all of that goofiness that we enjoy. No, I'm sure they did not. I don't know, think about it though. Would a pirate care what somebody else thought of what he was saying, even if it was kind of goofy. I don't think they would. I don't think they would care in the least. However, there is a movie about modern day pirates. And it was actually very good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's very dramatic. I do like my dramatic movies, I have to say. Starring Tom Hanks. And I think it was called Captain Phillips. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it was called. And it was about pirates around Somalia. And he was driving one of the big barges, you know, one of the big ships that haul the massive containers all stacked up on the deck. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And these guys came out in effectively what are speedboats and took over his ship. And of course, what would the movie be without the dramatic effect of showing them how they got out of it? Needless to say, Navy SEALs were called in. And I don't know if you know much about Navy SEALs, but you don't mess with those guys. Not at all. So, I'm going to keep mowing this big old grass field that I somehow brilliantly thought was a good idea. No, it was a good idea. It's made us quite a bit of money, actually. Cannot complain. But I think that's going to do it for this episode of Pirates Bay Farm. I would like to thank Anton and Marten for their help today. We got the trees done. More importantly, we got the sugarcane done. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do with that pile of sugarcane? I need to get the distillery in just to get that stuff off the ground. Spent a lot of money. That was an expensive harvest, let me tell you. Leasing that equipment was not cheap. Made a little bit of money back just on bark mulch. What was that, 12 and 15? Yeah, just under $27,000 worth of bark mulch. So industry is already starting to pay back a little bit. Not counting the other wood that I sold off the other day. And as I said, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Pirates Bay Farm. If you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you did, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. I appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, take care.